Today I'm going to cook a pork roast. Now, so I'm going to use my crock pot. I have my crock pot turned on high. And I bought this and I put it in the freezer, but I knew that I wanted to cook it today, so I took it out of the freezer and I put it in the refrigerator on Friday. And today is Sunday, so it's been in the refrigerator for 2 days, and it has been inside of a bag, and that's a good thing because it was kind of wet on the bottom. That's why I haven't, see how wet that is, and there's a lot of blood gathered in the bottom of the tray.
What's the name of that roast?
This is a boneless pork roast. Boneless loin roast.
Somebody will want to know.
Boneless loin roast, if I can get my words out. Now, with my beef roast that I make vegetable soup with, I do not add any seasoning at all to it. This one, I do like to add seasoning to. Make sure when you pull it up that there's nothing on the bottom. See, this one, my beef roast that I bought didn't have anything on the bottom. This one has
the
pad. All that is fat. You will not see that on the beef roast. When you bought the beef roast, it was just brown through and through, or pink through and through. This one, you're gonna see that on the bottom because that is fat. That's the biggest thing, the biggest difference, I guess, between the pork and the beef, other than it's pork and beef. So with this roast, I like to add a flavor to it. So I buy this Lipton Recipe Secrets onion soup. It's Lipton onion soup. And so you just take it out, and it comes with a packet just like this. And you just take it and pour it over the top. I don't add any water, anything like that, because it will make its own juice. And I put the lid on it, and that's it. And I will let it sit here for like 3.5 hours. So we'll check in with it in a little bit. Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours, and I'm sorry my voice was gruff at the beginning, but it was first thing in the morning, and that's why my voice is just gruff. I'm sure your voices are gruff as well.
That was her sexy voice.
So here's the roast. I have not touched it. It smells absolutely fantastic. And you can see that it does make its own juice in the bottom. And this has gotten a little darker, but I love the smell. So I'm just going to turn it over and set it like this. And that's all that fat right there. But, and you can see that stuff down in the bottom. And it's fine. It doesn't stick or burn or anything like that. It'll be just fine in there. And so I'm gonna leave it for the remaining until we're ready to eat, which will be in about an hour and a half probably. It should be ready. Okay, it has been 3.5 hours, and Kevin is gonna take the pork roast out, and I used some of the juice in the bottom to put in my potatoes, so that is why there's not a lot of juice. But Kevin will scrape all of that out and put it on the plate, and he's going to let it rest here for a minute, and then he'll slice it. Okay, Kevin has sliced the pork roast, and I missed it completely. He did not wait for me.
I had to slice it.
You did not have to slice it.
I had to slice it.
Kevin gets impatient for me.
It's ready to go.
Yeah, but it looks really good. Will you try a bite? Will you try that little bitty bite on camera? And tell me if you can taste the onion, the Lipton onion soup.
Good tender too.
And you can really taste the Lipton onion soup? So you think it helps?
It has an oniony flavor to it. It's really good.
Now I'd like to show you another way that I use the Lipton onion soup, and this is for potatoes. These are onion, they call them onion roasted potatoes. The recipe's actually on the back of the box. I pretty much follow that recipe. You use 1 envelope of the Lipton onion soup, You need 4 medium potatoes, which that's what I'm going to use this for. Now, used to I would have the same recipe and use a lot more potatoes. So you could add probably 3 more potatoes to the same recipe if you wanted to. You just might not get every little piece of potato is coated. And you need 1/3 cup of olive oil. So if you have a bigger family and you want to use more potatoes, go ahead. You're still going to use 1 envelope and you're still going to use 1/3 cup of oil. I use vegetable oil, but you can use any kind of oil you want. Now, the first thing I've done, I've already preheated my oven to 425, or it is heating right now, the 425. And right now, I'm just going to peel my potatoes and then I'm going to dice them. The difference between the way I do it and the way they do it on the back, on the back of the box, it's more like it's bigger chunks, and I'm just gonna get close up here. See, those are more like wedges. Those are what I would consider like potato wedges. There used to be a restaurant, and I wish I could think of the name of it. Kevin and I grew up with, actually Kevin worked at this restaurant and I cannot think of the name of it, but they were big on their potato wedges. But I don't do that. I actually cut mine into smaller bite-sized pieces. That's just how I like them. So I'm gonna peel these and dice them and I'll be back. Okay, the name of that restaurant was Druthers. I could not think of it, but Kevin worked there like when he was like 16.
Well, I'd rather have druthers.
Yeah, so I'd rather go to Druthers restaurant was their big thing. But they had the potato wedges. Now I cut these into about that size. So if you have little kids, of course, cut them smaller. It does not matter. If your family likes wedges, have wedges. Here is a cookie sheet with non-stick Reynolds wrap. I highly recommend this non-stick Reynolds wrap. We've used it several times now and it works. These potatoes tend to stick when you put them in your pan. So it's a good idea to use the non-stick. I'm glad they have that out now, because years ago when I started making these, they did not have non-stick. So you're gonna use the 1 packet. The one I have left, because the other one you'll remember I used for the pork roast earlier. And then you just pour it in there. And just kind of toss the potatoes. It smells, I just love the smell of that. That smells so good to me. I was just wondering, would I want a candle that smells like that? I don't know that I would want a candle that smells like that, because it would make me hungry. But boy, that smell, that aroma is just wonderful. So, you get them good and coated like this.
That smells pretty good.
It smells fabulous. And those 4 potatoes filled this bowl up, as you can see. So that is more than enough potatoes. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna pour them out like this, and try to get all those good onion bits out of the bottom. And spread them out into like a single layer. And I always try to do these before I start anything else for my dinner, because these take 35 minutes in the oven. So it's not a quick meal. It's something that if you have some time, if you think beforehand that this is what you want for dinner, you know, then these are awesome. So I'm gonna put these in the oven, like I said, 35 minutes on 425, and we'll be back. Okay, half the time has gone by. So you want to take these potatoes and flip them over, because you want them to get crispy, or at least I do. I like them, I mean, not totally crispy. They're not like deep fried or anything, but you want them to have a little, like a little tug when you bite into them. But you can tell there's a lot of oil, so you will have a mess. Your pan is going to be messy when you're finished. But so it's been half the time, and now I'm going to put them right back in the oven and let them finish up. This is how they look after 35 minutes, and these are plenty brown enough for us. However, if you want to leave them in the oven longer, you can. I like to have a plate ready with a paper towel because I like to soak up any of that oil that I can, because there are some that are oily. So I'm just gonna turn them all out, and then we'll try them in just a minute. Okay, we're gonna try our potatoes, and I'm not gonna add anything with salt or pepper.
I'm not gonna add anything. I may eat salt. I may eat ketchup on them.
Well, I'm saying for just trying it right now. They're as good as I remember them.
They're really good.
They're very good.
It tastes like a really good, if you've ever had fried potatoes, it tastes like a really good batch of fried potatoes without all the mess. Truly.
We made fried potatoes in a video. I'm pretty sure we did baked beans. I think we did baked beans, fried cornbread, and fried potatoes, I think. So,
makes sense. Those go together.
Yeah, you can search for a video, fried potatoes, and hopefully that'll come up. But these remind me of that. They're very, very good.
They don't really need anything else on them, honestly.
They don't. However,
I like ketchup just because I like ketchup.
Yeah, we do like to add ketchup, and I have the reduced sugar ketchup, which is a lot fewer calories. 1 tablespoon of the reduced sugar is only 5 calories, whereas 1 tablespoon of this is 20. So 20
15 calories over?
Yeah. Big difference. So anyway, I just wanted to show you 2 ways that we use the Lipton onion soup. I'm sure you all have a lot of different ways, and I would love to hear your ways of using it in the comments, please. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We would love that. And thanks for watching.